Well guys, here we are again. The NHL 20 official gameplay trailer has just come out. And I gotta say, I'm actually extremely stoked on this trailer. It really does look like EA took a lot of strides to attempt to make the gameplay better, feel more realistic so you won't get caught in animations. That being said, however, saying it is one thing, actually achieving that is another. So let's get into this trailer and break it down bit by bit. And I'll of course be sharing some of my thoughts as well. Let's get into it.
With the introduction of RPM tech in NHL 19, we delivered a revolutionary new skating engine that overhauled control and responsiveness in our skating. In NHL 20, we're using the same cutting-edge technology to deliver RPM tech benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltender animation. Thanks to RPM Tech 2.0, NHL 20 now looks, feels, and plays better up and down the ice.
Alright, so let's explore that a little bit. Better RPM tech. You know, we already got the skating last one, and I have to say, in NHL 19, the skating was huge. Like, that was really what keeps me playing this game to this day. Even if the gameplay is kind of overall questionable. The skating mechanics is so good. So yeah, I do gotta give him props for that. But here's the thing. We have heard this kind of stuff before. Seamless puck pickups, better transitions, etc., etc. It looks good. This is the engine footage. It looks good. However, how it's going to play is completely different. Like, we're seeing just, one instance every time. I mean, how many times do you play in, NHL 19 and you go for a puck pickup and, it does work, a lot of the time. But then other times you get caught in an animation. If they've removed that and made it more fluid as they've claimed, then this could in fact be a really big change. And basically what it sounds like they're saying they've achieved with this is to kind of give the stick more freedom. Kind of like how you got more freedom in your feet and lower body with the skating. You're now going to get more benefits to your stick and your upper body. So that will help with the puck pickups and shots probably as well. That'll probably tie into the signature shots and maybe even see some better skill stick options, not just for offense but for defense as well, because right now you're just kind of holding it out in several different directions. Your body doesn't really change, right? You can still skate full speed holding your stick out in the defensive skill sticks. So maybe they've added that in as well, and that would be good, but we'll have to wait and see. The keywords that I liked that they used were upper, lower body fluidity. However, once again, you gotta feel it in the gameplay. So we're really just gonna have to wait for the beta on that.
In NHL 20, with a complete overhaul to shooting animations and the introduction of signature shots, every shot is different. Signature shots showcase the unique styles and attributes of individual players. Whether you're Austin Matthews setting up a toe drag wrist shot, PK Subban with the high wind-up booming slap shot, or Ovechkin with the seamless one-timer, you'll be able to feel like a superstar and snipe like one too.
Okay, signature shots. Now this kind of reminds me a lot of NBA 2K, where you can have different shot animations. They don't really make it 100% clear. They say signature shots like Ovechkin, Austin Matthews. I wonder if that means they're only giving signature shots to star players, or are we going to be able to choose custom shot animations for our EA SHL Pro, our Be a Pro, created players, etc. for franchise mode if you do the gameplay in that? Is that what this means, or is it only for certain stars? I'm a little bit confused on that, and the way it's worded, it's actually hard to say now. I really hope we're getting custom shot animations. That would be great. That'd be really cool, just, more customization. But however, not exactly clear in this.
In addition, RPM Tech allows us to add contextual shots, giving you realistic animations in any circumstance. In NHL 19, shot animations lacked full coverage, meaning players took unrealistic or ineffective shots. In NHL 20, contextual shots allow the player to take the correct shot in the correct situation by taking into account multiple factors, including distance from the net, puck placement, and movement coming out of dekes.
Okay, this one actually seems pretty big. Contextual shots, kind of taking into account where you're on the ice, distance from the net, etc. So hopefully no more terrible, animations, that spinning shot, etc. Like, you know what I'm talking about. You're on the forehand, you pull the puck back, and you want to shoot for the top, let's say you're righty, top left corner, but since you had your stick all the way back, your guy does a spinorama backhand. Like, yeah, that's all bad. So if this is going to fix getting caught, once again, in like terrible animations, just giving you more freedom, then it's a good thing. But again, you need to feel it, because if it just creates a whole new layer of new animations, maybe shorter in time, but still kind of restrictive and not giving you that freedom. Like, if you get stuck in an animation for even a split second, like at high level gameplay, it's still pretty detrimental. So it does need to be a complete, feel just completely free in your movement. Have control over your player at all times. But on the flip side, even if they are kind of newer animations that maybe you could kind of get stuck into, it's still when you're shooting, so it's less detrimental than like a puck pickup for sure. And you know what? If it improves how you'll take a shot and it's very situational, and if it's just you get more shots off, like it'll be better, because it'll just feel more realistic. It'll help with immersion, and you won't feel like you're getting screwed over all the time unless it's just not implemented well. And it's hard to see from this trailer. You only see a few clips of each kind of thing. They got to show everything, and they can't make it too long, so this is really, again, something I'll have to test out in the beta. But if done right, it actually does look quite promising.
Imperfect passes will force the player to have to readjust, reducing accuracy and strength, where precise passes will result in a powerful, accurate shot. Contextual shots will reward better body positioning, timing, and twitch skill, allowing for more fulfilling and realistic gameplay.
More fulfilling and realistic gameplay, I think, are just redressed words we've heard from years past. So, again, you kind of have to look through all the marketing that is in this trailer, because that's what it's also designed to do. If you really want to find out the answers, you gotta look past it. We've heard it. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah. I'm basically just looking at what I think these features are gonna be and what they could bring to the game, and trying to give you guys honest feedback. With that being said, the end of this I really, really like. That's why I wanted to split it into another little section to talk about. Rewarding better passes and body position is huge. In NHL 19, it feels like you do not get rewarded for body position pretty much ever. Doesn't matter. Like, if you have body position with the puck, you can get bumped off of it really, really, you get bumped like 5 times, then you're off of it. Like, the front of the net kind of stuff. But yeah, rewarding body position, that's good. For the shooting thing, as well as like if you got body position in front of the net, yeah, maybe you should be able to get your stick on it, even if he's trying to tie you up or something like that. Like, it shouldn't lock you in that sort of animation. I don't know if that's what it means, but if it's rewarding those things like better passes and things like that, then that'll be great, because what that does is kind of increases the skill gap, right? The better players will get better results.
RPM tech also adds another level of responsiveness to gameplay through explosive transitions. In NHL 19, a player would enter a glide and lock trajectory when receiving the puck, forcing the player to slow down or lose responsiveness. In NHL 20, explosive transitions allow you to take the puck in stride, anticipate a turn before receiving the puck, and retain your speed, allowing every player to make plays in motion, just like NHL superstars.
Okay, now this is one that on the surface doesn't sound big, especially if you're not a huge NHL nerd and play almost every day, but this is big. Once again, it seems like EA is trying to fix those bad animations. When you get a long stretch pass from your defenseman, and your guy kind of does this thing where he goes into an animation to pick up the puck, and you can no longer control him. Or he'll start holding his foot on the blue line, and he'll just not reach for the pass anymore. Like, this is... If these things are fixed, that will be such a big gameplay changer in the fact that it increases the flow of the game, and it will frustrate you less, hopefully. But at the same time, while it looks good on the surface, and from the few clips that we do see, how many years have we heard the term seamless puck pickups, I do appreciate that, yeah, it looks like we can pick it up in motion, but again, it's all about implementation, and I hate feeling like a Debbie Downer, but like I said, we've heard improvements like this for, a couple years now. Is this finally the year that it will be seamless puck pickups? Who knows? I hope it is, because, man, that would, like I said, really increase the flow of gameplay and feel really nice.
We've heard your feedback, and we've raised the game for goalies. In NHL 19, goalies did not have the expansive tool set to control the puck, too often resulting in soft rebounds and scoring chances. In NHL 20, Goalies in position and in control will have the ability to take over the game with all new controlled saves, redirects, and a whole new suite of covers. Additionally, AI goalies are more aware of threats on the ice, impacting their positioning and how they handle the puck.
Prepare yourselves for a few months of no glitch goals until people figure out new glitch goals. But in all seriousness, it does feel like the goalies are getting a bit of an overhaul, and if it helps out human goalies, that's great, you know? Now, I don't play much goalie, but when I do, I hate those low shots that I should just be able to turn away and into the boards like an NHL goalie, but instead it bounces off my pads in the butterfly and goes right out front, juicy rebound to someone's stick. If that's like the only thing that gets fixed by this, it's still kind of worth it. However, they mentioned the better threat assessment for the AI goaltenders as well. It's hard to kind of understand what that means. We'll have to see what how it feels in gameplay. But it from what I understand, it kind of sounds like the goalies will take into account where everyone is on the ice instead of just where the puck is more. So maybe you can fool the goaltender by making him cheat for a one-timer and go the other way, or shoot yourself, or something else. I mean, as long as it makes it less cheesy. But I mean, again, there's only so much you could do to that. What they'd have to do to stop all glitch goals is keep a close eye on gameplay, and if they see something becoming a trend, you make a small adjustment to the goaltender AI to kind of nullify that so that there is no glitch goal, and it does seem completely fluid. I don't know if that's possible in the realm of EA, but I think that's the only way to stop no glitchers. Eventually, people are going to find out a way of how to exploit the system, because it is a system at the end of the day. It's a game. It's programmed. There's going to be ways to exploit it. That's just how it goes. So the only way really to stop that would be to keep it this threat assessment and the goaltender AI constantly in flux, which, again, I don't think will be possible.
With the addition of RPM tech to the stick, explosive transitions, and all new tools for goalies, NHL 20 delivers the most responsive and realistic gameplay the NHL franchise has ever seen, making the game feel better, play better, and look better.
And some more marketing there at the end for good measure, but yeah, like I said, just look at the gameplay, look at the little things you can find out, listen to what they're saying beyond the adjectives, really listen to what they plan to do with the gameplay. That's kind of what I did here. So, overall, it does sound like it could be good, but ideas are only as good as their implementation. I'm a little bit hyped. I have to be, because it sounds really good, and the things that I've wanted to have changed in the gameplay does seem like they're being worked on. But again, like I said, you'll have to actually feel it to get a good idea of it. And beyond that, I hope, and I will tell them this too, EA does not make any big changes too early after release or even during the beta. I want people to have a chance to get adjusted to it. Last year, they just made too many wholesale changes too quick, and then it just completely, it just didn't work out, because the most vocal always seem like they're in the majority, but oftentimes they are not. So I think you really need to just let things sit for a bit. Like, I think they did that with FIFA. People complained about the gameplay early, but then when they had to adjust, EA didn't make any changes, and then people kind of caught up to that. I think that would have been awesome this year with the poke checks, with etc. The bumps, the stick lifts, people complaining about stick lift spam and things like that. If they just wouldn't have touched it and maybe let people adjust, maybe it could have been better, because damn, the beta gameplay was absolutely outstanding. And then it just went to shit after release. Too many changes. And it was sucky. So I hope that this year, that's my biggest wish for this year, is to not let that happen. So in conclusion, I'm going to allow myself some cautious optimism here. I am excited. It's a new game. We're hoping things get fixed. And it does sound like, at least to me, that some of the biggest gameplay issues are at least being addressed. So that is a step in the right direction. I hope it all works out. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed this analysis of the NHL 20 trailer, remember to hit that like button on your way out and subscribe if you have not already. I'll see you guys in the next one. If watching my videos just isn't enough sin for you, be sure to go over there on Twitter and shoot me a follow, and you could even join our Discord server as well to talk with some of the other sinners out there. The links to both are in the description.